Hello, my name is Devin with JD Squared. I'm going to talk to you about the HMI1000 controller for the Model 54 tube bender. I'll discuss the product development and why it's a valuable upgrade for new purchases or existing machines in the field. The Model 54 is currently an affordable, capable machine with a simple controller. Why do we want anything different? Well, we're going to continue to support the machine in that form, but customer feedback has shown common themes and suggestions for some improvements. The top request is to expand the two buttons into something more capable that we can allow for direct entry of a target bend angle instead of the slow, medium, and fast up and down selection. Next comes the issue of managing the required information. Spring back angles, pressure screw positions, part bend angles, indexer positions. Which bend numbers are used to make this part? For the simple control, the data management and the basic calculations have to be done manually by the operator for every part, every bend. In an absolutely budget-constrained application, that's a fair trade-off. You can be very productive with a simple controller. But we quickly run into the risk of one person in the shop who has a great memory being the machine whisperer. What if they're on vacation? What if it's me? I'm the business owner. I'm the lead fabricator, and I just don't have enough time to go out in the shop and bend every tube. Next, we would move on to something like a journal, either a digital one or a physical paper one. Who had it last? Where's that binder for the bender? Man, people keep taking my binder. And then you realize, oh, it was me. I'm the problem. If you've ever had experience with paper documentation and metalworking, you know that also has its own challenges anyways. For those of you who don't, I went around our manufacturing floor and I stole some documents from the welders and the bend operators. I think you'll see something familiar in these notebooks and loose papers. Metal stains, torn pages, stuff that has illegible streaks and marks on it. Even with the pages that are legible, we still have the issues of organization. Where are the spring back measurements inside of my books? I really think that we can do better. Introducing the HMI1000, which means Human Machine Interface 1000, since I'm not very good at coming up with names, and adding the number 1000 instantly makes something cooler. Just ask my kids, boy 1000 and girl 1000. The unit has an industrial 10.1-inch screen with optically bonded capacitive touch input. And yes, we finally have a keyboard. I actively try to make the buttons large enough for easy operation, and it is context aware to only show you the buttons that are required. Every text box is a calculator, and you can customize the display of lengths to suit your workflow. Convert decimals to fractions, do basic addition, subtraction, and multiplication anytime you need to enter a number. The interface is divided into workspaces. An important workspace is the technical data library. Here, we store the available die sets, material types, and shapes. All of the factory die sets for a Model 54 are preloaded, and you have the ability to create custom ones as needed. Many standard materials and profiles are also preloaded. The combination of a material, profile, and a die set gives us the information we need to store spring back angles, loading angles, lead-in lengths, and bend stretch factors. You can easily favorite only the items you use often for quick selection during runtime. All bend modes automatically calculate the correct spindle target based on the database information. Adjusting spring back angles can happen directly in any bend operation workspace, and we can store multiple data points for each tool and material combination. This means we can now think in bend angles, eliminating the manual calculations with spring back and loading. There is a part mode that allows file structures to organize your projects and parts in a convenient way that makes sense to your workflow. Each part can have multiple bends, and you can override parameters per bend. For instance, if you have one particularly difficult bend in a part, we can adjust the spring back for just that bend. As we perform bends, the control can be configured to automatically move to the next bend for you after the previous bend completes and you retract the spindle to the starting position. It will remind you if the bend is greater than the single shot capability of the machine and if you need to engage the spindle lock. If you need to do a single bend in a part, say someone just walks through the door and asks for a bend, or if you're an experienced user that isn't interested in multiple bend parts, there's a single bend mode available that offers the same bend parameter and operator advantages. Back up all of your data quickly, and then upload it to your favorite cloud provider so you can be comfortable that parts and technical data is safe and easily recoverable. Improved diagnostics allow for quicker troubleshooting and easier communication with technical support. The machine can be connected to the internet to receive software updates from our servers directly, or if you don't want another IoT device, keep it offline and sneakernet a USB drive with an update package. For existing machines in the field, the upgrade kit is easy to install. A full replacement enclosure, pre-wired as far as possible, is provided, so you can quickly make the changeover with a detailed instruction guide. The HMI1000 greatly improves the operator experience with the Model 54 tube bender already, and you can choose to upgrade at any point in your ownership of the machine. Right now, the controller is a solid foundation that we can build on. Going forward, we're planning on adding features such as 3D part visualization, on-control tube calculations, including bend mark locations, cut lengths, and automatic program creation, data integration and synchronization with other JD² products, including our plasma table line. Thank you for watching this introduction video. This series is going to continue with deep dive into the HMI1000 operation, so stay tuned for those videos. I'll see you.